What and who are the heroes that you look up to? The plumber trying to save his princess from a fire-breathing turtle? A demon slayer who also happens to be a demon? The man who lost everything? Or a chief who wanted to give the Covenant back their bomb? In all these characters' adventures, there's always going to be a consequence of the actions or the battles that they are fighting. And it just happens to be that the bomb that Chief wanted to give back to the Covenant didn't actually change anything at all. There's always going to be someone suffering from loss or someone wanting to try and make something of themselves. But in the case of Rookie from ODST, all he wants to do is find his team and survive another day. If Halo Reach was Bungie's swan song to the Halo series, then ODST as a whole is a reflection of the war and the chaos that the Covenant has caused. When we step back into the boots of Rookie and the other ODSTs, we get to see a more human side of Halo unlike anything before. From the first 30 seconds of cutscenes, we meet the whole team, learn their personality, and most importantly, we learn about Buck's romance with Dare, or Ms. Naval Intelligence. The fact it shows you a very human side to all these ODSTs tells the audience straight away that yes, this isn't going to be your normal saving the universe story. After a failed orbital drop, Rookie wakes up lost in the city looking for his team, and here Bungie does something that separates the Spartans from the humans. You take full damage within the first few seconds, and this game instantly tells you the only way you're going to recover health from this is if you use a med pack, and this hasn't been seen since Halo 1. This is more than just a simple tutorial. In the first few minutes you're actually told to rethink how you should handle combat and engage in enemies, especially if you're playing on legendary difficulty. This game lets you explore the decaying city of New Mombasa, with enemies patrolling the streets and ammo being scarce for any human weapon around. So in this case I find myself immersing myself with a more tactical way of thinking. Just Rookie's stance alone and the way he holds himself tells you he's been trained in a totally different way. Even when you explore abandoned buildings filled with corpses, you have to use night vision to navigate the dark. You don't feel superhuman in this game, and that's definitely what makes this game feel a lot different from the rest of the Halo series. You're not jumping into combat face first, doing cool backflips and killing enemies with energy swords. You're going slow and finding the most effective way to kill an enemy. You will find yourself using shadows and even using stealth a lot more in this game compared to the other Halo series. You'll find yourself trying to avoid combat rather than actively engaging in it, and I think this is super cool. And they also show that the ODST here are not as strong as taking out enemies as Master Chief was, for example. Taking down a brute can leave you with near to no ammo. They even show you in a cutscene that it takes 3 different ODSTs to just take down a brute chieftain. In this game they do a fantastic job of making you feel like you're not overpowered, but not totally underpowered, that being in combat is completely worthless. It gives the world a sense of threat and makes patrolling enemies seem a little bit more intense than they would be if you was a Spartan. Instead of being the hero saves the universe story, this is a simple escape and find your friends and focus on the cost of war story. O'Donnell said when he was making music for this game that he wanted to tell a human story, not a cyborg story, but something a little bit more intimate and personal. And I personally believe that this is the strongest soundtrack in the whole of the series. It isn't filled with massive anthems, but instead when you're alone wandering the streets of Mombasa, you feel alone. It gives you chills, it makes you step back and really think about what's happening in this universe. The film noir style here completely kicks in with the smooth jazz and it feels wonderful. It doesn't just act as a thought-provoking piece of music while you walk through the streets, but actually serves as feelings through Rook's mind. With every step closer you can feel the music becoming more confident, but slowly as you walk and wander through the cities, it slowly drafts back into that slow melancholy feeling that this game is all known for. It's super thought-provoking in the sense that this game makes you feel isolated from the rest of the world. It's just you and a talking AI on the walls, and that's it. That's all you've got. It really does act as a great story to aid the raw emotions of the past Halo games, and even just to back up the raw emotions of the ending of Halo 3. It acts as a sort of medal towards all the people who lost their lives in the fight with the Covenant, and I really do appreciate that. But it also shows how much humanity really is on the losing side of this war. The words on the walls, remember Reach, or being told that the UNSC are liars, straight out makes you wonder if all the honest words and all the heroes that you once look up to in the previous games are really the honest people that they say they are. It really does sort of give that sense of a real war situation where people aren't trusting their own government. And the feeling of loss in this game carried all the way over into the next game, Halo Reach, and it clearly doesn't glorify the life of a hero, but instead shows you the hardships and how they handle dealing with all the deaths and all the weight that they have to carry on their shoulders. And this is why the soundtrack to ODST is so powerful. For every Warhog run there's going to be a deference of darkness, and the name itself of that track tells you everything you need to know. To respect the darkness. It perfectly matches the wandering emptiness of the city, the overall effect that this war has had on humanity and the world as a whole. I'm not even gonna lie, I had a hard time writing this video, and I know this script probably isn't gonna be the best that I've ever done, but I was too busy trying to focus on the grey scale of things rather than focusing on the small adventures of the ODST. I was trying to focus on inspiring the world and how would you save it and how would you change it, but in the case of ODST that's not exactly the point, and I kind of feel like that's where my focus went wrong when writing this script. And it's strange when you talk about Rookie because you're not talking about an inspiring hero that's going to be the hero of time or in a grand character arc, but no, it's much more simple than that. It's just pure determination and curiosity with what happened to his crew. All we want to do is survive till dawn and get out of the city. I would love to tell you that Rookie went on and saved millions of lives and in the future he became a big inspiring hero, but that's not the case with Rookie. He just got shot in the back of the head and killed by a human resistance team later on. It's all so depressing and anticlimactic, but it's raw and it's real, and it's something that this game really does do well. And I think it's something that Bungie knew that they had to do to really put that nail in the coffin for the after effect of Halo 3, but also for the sense of loss that came with Halo Reach. When playing ODST, I didn't really expect myself thinking about who are my heroes, but when I think about it, all my heroes are pretty normal people. They're all pretty average by the book, and yes, though everything for Rookie ended a little bit depressing, at least we got a good look into what the humans had to go through, especially during these trying times. The fact that ODST makes me think about my heroes and makes me really think about what it makes to be a hero is something quite special. You're not just jumping into the suit of a super soldier, but you're jumping into something that everyone can relate to, and that is just so real, and I really do appreciate that. So next time you want to play something that's just a little bit smaller and not on a grand scale and you have to overthink it, just play ODST and just take a moment to appreciate the small heroes of gaming. So just take a moment and appreciate who maybe your heroes are and why do you look up to them and what are the reasons for it and maybe how they inspire you. From Villager in Animal Crossing, to Riley and Ellie's bond in Last of Us, to Sam delivering his next pizza in Death Stranding. All these stories take a little second and make me relate to myself as a person and my own little journey that I'm currently going on. I admire the heroes that really relate to me on basic levels, and it's not just video game characters I'm talking about. I mean real inspirations from other YouTubers like Maya Hairbear, Your Player 2, Mr. Hammers, and the many amazing other YouTubers that I personally know, to actual big celebrities like David Bowie or Eddie Izzard or Marshall Mathers or Eminem. I keep pushing myself forward because I learn and admire things from these people, and it always inspires me to hear, listen to their music, or even listen to something that they've created. And for Bungie to make such a bold step from going from superhuman just to basic human really gives it a personal touch, unlike anything we've seen before in the series and in other games too. To have a human based character is something that is very relatable. Following Henry's depressing yet so inspiring journey through Firewatch, or Nico leaving behind the dark past in GTA 4, it always gives you such a similar feeling to your own life, and it's something you can engage and relate with on so many levels that you start feeling empathy, but most of all, it feels very human. I know this video was a little bit shorter than my past videos and even shorter than most videos I do, but I can promise you that I'm currently working on a handful of quite big, large videos, and the next video that should be out hopefully should be a pretty big project, and I hope you enjoy to see that when it comes out. All I'm going to say is that it's Dead Rising and I'm excited to play it. Yes! Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed it, please leave a like, and why not subscribe for more videos every single week. I've had a ton of fun playing ODST, and I just wanted to talk about what it meant to me as a person. And what it means to you, please let me know down below. Even if you don't like this game, tell me why you don't like this game, because I know it is one of those sort of in the middle black sheep games of Halo. But anyway, of course, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a great day, and of course, I'll see you at the next checkpoint.